Welcome everyone to CypherHaunt. My name is Yuri Lavor, and today we're going to be talking about a couple of ways how you can invest in crypto. Now we're going to be talking about exchanges, ICOs, and mining. Now none of this is financial advice. It's my opinion only. Please do your own research before you invest, you guys. This is primarily for educating purposes. And the first thing that I want to share with you all is that if you look a year ago of how far we have come, even though for the past 6 months we were in the bearish market, if you would have invested in Bitcoin, for example, a year ago, the price was only $2,885. And today it's $6,554. So you would have still doubled your money. Way better than investing in traditional markets. Now, if you look at how far we have come as far as the exchanges, for example, Coinbase is now at 20 million users. And you should definitely still have an account with them. The reason why is because they're really the gateway of how you can get into crypto and then transfer your cryptocurrency to another exchanges. Binance is also a great example of something that you should have because they're just announced that they're going to be bringing fiat to be able to be traded in their exchange. So unfortunately, it's not US dollar, but it is euro. So you can, for all of the Europeans out there, this is probably the best exchange that you want to use because it has the most potential coins. Now, when it comes to exchanges, my still favorite one is IDEX. And the reason why is because you're able to get the cheapest possible coins out there. So let me give you a little example of how I now invest in the ICOs. Again, not financial advice, my opinion on it, but definitely take a look. So if you would see, for example, if you would go to ICO drops, and you would want to invest in Open Ledger, for example. And I'm not, shilling this coin. I have no association with it. Just an example for you that it is not available for the U.S. residents to participate. And most of these ICOs here are not. So what can you do? How can you, if you really want to invest in this cryptocurrency, how can you actually invest? Well, one way would be if you go to market cap, and you're basically looking at the recent added cryptocurrencies. You can see that, for example, this one, Kucoin, it is available on IDEX. And primarily what happens is that all of the ERC20 ICOs would be listing their cryptocurrency on IDEX because it's pretty much free. So what you do then is you wait for it's getting listed. Now you know that it's on there. You wait a couple of weeks maybe to see the performance. And what happens to most of the time to all of these cryptocurrencies is that the price will actually go down. The reason why it's not really the big investors that are taking the money out. It's primarily people who, like you and me, were getting the 20-40% bonus when they were investing in the ICO, and now as soon as it hits the exchange, they're selling. So the good thing about it is that if you catch it right here and you do all your research, this is the definite cryptocurrency you want to be in. Well, the price that you're getting at now is pretty much of what it was offered on the ICO level. So great time to get in. Then you basically just put it in your wallet, or you send it to your cold storage or hard storage, wherever you keep your crypto. And then once it gets on the main exchanges like Binance, for example, or Kucoin, that's when you can actually come in and make it a trade. Or if you want to hodl, then that's what you do with it. But this is basically the way how you can get into it first. Another way you can invest now is by using masternodes. Now, what I found about masternodes is that it's super risky because that ROI, it basically can change by a minute. Now, the most established cryptocurrencies out there, like for example Dash, is just very, very expensive to invest. So for example, if you were to get a node that requires 1,000 of Dash, then you would have to put in like $266,000 in order to run this node. And then I think the return on your money is like 5,000 days. So it's insane. I would definitely recommend maybe going with something cheaper. That way it's not as risky. But again, these ones are very, very new. And a lot of times they won't even list like their team. They won't really have the white paper, nothing that much. So when you see this 28,000 ROI, that's just because the nodes are very small here. So the more nodes, right, the less of the ROI it will get. Okay, moving on to mining overall. So if you're thinking that maybe mining was really good 5 years ago, but it's not profitable, well, if we take Bitcoin, for example, it'll still be another 122 years until the last Bitcoin will be mined. So plenty of time to get into. Now, there is kind of different rewards of what you get as far as mining Bitcoin. So, for example, you can get paid for the block or you can get for the transactions. Since the block reward is pretty much decreasing by 2 every 4 years, you will focus on the transaction fees. Now, as Bitcoin gets massive adoption, there is going to be more transactions, so therefore you'll be getting more paid. And of course, the price of the Bitcoin, the higher it is, the more you can earn by mining Bitcoin. So primarily, there is two sources where you can get the miner for Bitcoin. You can either do the cloud mining, whereas you would use such services as, let's see here, Genesis mining. And basically what they do is you pay a subscription fee every month and they do all the mining for you. So you don't need to deal with the hardware, you don't need to deal with any storage, and you don't really own the machine. You basically pay this service every single month or whatever the contracts they have, and then it'll mine the Bitcoin for you and you'll get it into your address. Another way would be to actually buy the miner and put it in the storage yourself and then pay for the electricity. And there is different type of miners that you can get. And of course, the miners, the computational power, it depends on how much, what's the latest model and how the difficulty of the mine itself. But basically, this is another way how you can actually store the miner at your home and then pay for the electricity and then mine the Bitcoin yourself. And the third way would be to combine the two. So, for example, mining, what they offer is they will offer you the actual machine and they will offer you the hosting of that machine. So you basically buy the miner and then they will store it for you at their facility. You still own the machine, but then you pay them a subscription fee every month and then they'll take care of the maintenance, the electricity, and whatever other charges that might come up. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys liked the video. I will do the full video on the mining itself next. Please subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you all think. Thank you.